Summer finally arrives at the Tour de France. The skies are blue, the wind has dropped, but the scars of the road warriors send a dark reminder. In a tour when the sprinters have failed to perform, a superstar is born. Mark Cavendish has the attitude and talent to rule the roads for many years. Today, the fast men take a back seat in the first of the climbs of this three-week epic. Stage 6 takes the peloton from the town of Gironde to the winter ski resort of Superbès. Two category climbs are on the agenda, the last including a short but sharp 10% gradient before the final assault to the finish. The last time the Tour came to Superbès was in 1996, and on that occasion, Danish rider Rolf Sørensen won the stage. Who would the force be with in 2008? Alejandro Valverde was draped in bandages as a result of the Spaniard crashing yesterday. There were overcast conditions for the rollout, and as has been the case for the last two straight days, French riders set the pace in the early part. Sylvain Chavanel, Benoit Vaugrenard and Freddy Bichot shared the workload and the intermediate points for the sprint and King of the Mountain competitions. Keeping in tempo at the front of the peloton were the red and black colours of Silence Lotto, Evans having some mechanical problems.
That's not very pleasant at all.
The scars from yesterday didn't seem to affect Valverde as Schumacher played out his plan of attack, but as the roads tilted skywards, no surprise, the leaders were starting to struggle. Vaugrenard the first to pop, not so Chavanel and Bichot. They were the first over the summit of the Col de la Croix-Moron, but with the final climb of the day still to come, the chances of the pair staying there looked slim.
Joined, and this is Christian van der Velde for Garmin-Chipotle, who has launched an attack here, and they may not react even yet. They are just tempo pacing. Alejandro Valverde back there. Riders are slipping away.
Well, Christian van der Velde was 6th overall at the start of the day, just 37 seconds behind Stefan Schumacher. So a move like this by Christian van der Velde could add a yellow jersey to the pink one that he got in the Giro d'Italia.
And that's Leonardo Pipoli who's joined him. He's got a good ally there in Pipoli, who's a great climber. And talking of the yellow jersey, no reaction from Schumacher.
Well, Schumacher's sitting there in about 8th or 9th position. Van der Velde now looking over his shoulder. He now knows that the acceleration is coming. Christophe Moreau is boom out of the back of this group, but it's the excitement at the front end of the main field. Pipoli is still surviving. Watch out for the acceleration there. In 5th place is Cadel Evans. Right in front of him is Ricardo Rico. He's the rider with the yellow helmet. A lot of people are tipping him to get the victory this afternoon. The Rabobank rider in the middle there is Denny Menchov. The big names are coming to the front. There is Kim Kirken there in the pale blue jersey. The roll of honour, Phil, of the professional bike riders looking to win the Tour de France this year are all at the front of the pack, and Stefan Schumacher is comfortably there.
Schumacher in yellow has put all of the pre-race at 1 kilometre to go, pre-race Tour favourites in front of him. He only has to finish with them in the same time. There's no bonuses. He will keep his yellow jersey. If nobody attacks, I've got a feeling he won't attack. He'll just go to the summit of this mountain. But the tempo is so high. Look how it's blowing out this line of riders. Moreau in the middle in that white and green jersey came here with a little ambition. Well, he's seeing it disappear on the climb of Superbès. And the Case d'Apon riders are running out of pacemakers here. Sooner or later, I think somebody's going to go.
Yeah, well, I tell you what, they might be running out of pacemakers, but there are the guys this afternoon, Phil, have done the job for Alejandro Valverde. They're pulling off now, and now we're going to see who is the one who's got the acceleration. Menchov was on the left-hand side, Cadel Evans on the right-hand side, and this is the difficulty at the back. And there is Damiano Cunego not enjoying this last 1.5 kilometres.
No, he's not, and I'm surprised to see that. But Cunego, who we thought had good form, is shaking his head a little bit there as the climb continues. Vladimir Gustov was the rider there, also from CSC. These riders under extreme pressure here now as the big men of the Tour de France suddenly have lifted the tempo. Look at the gaps that have been forced open here now. And Kim Kirken is still up here. The yellow jerseys here. Menchov, Evans, Ricardo Rico, Valverde. All of these riders going shoulder to shoulder to the summit.
The only man who's got a teammate left in there to give him any hand at all is Alejandro Valverde, and his teammate has come straight back up to the front. That's Oscar Pereiro on the front now, trying to set the sprint up here for Alejandro Valverde. Moving up. Look at the man on the right-hand side in the yellow jersey. The white red and white, the white and yellow jersey. That is Ricardo Rico. He's waiting to pounce. His nickname, by the way, is the Cobra. And
the man we haven't mentioned, Frank Schleck, the champion of Luxembourg, is here as well. This is it. And now Pereiro, who was given the Tour de France after Landis was disqualified. And there's a crash here. Schumacher's touched the wheel. The yellow jersey is in trouble. And as they sprint for the summit of the hill here, Ricardo Rico is going for it. And there will be time lost, I think, for the yellow jersey. Depends how the judges read the last kilometre rule. But look at this. The man called the Cobra is striking again, as he did in the early days of the Giro d'Italia. He gets the stage win. Valverde is second, but locked right on his wheel, Cadel Evans, Frank Schleck, and then comes Kirken.
What a great win by this young man, though.
And he's done it exactly as he did it in the Tour of Italy, rather. There's the congratulations from Leonardo Pipoli, who started the...
Valverde, a wonderful result again for Cadel Evans. Frank Schleck in fourth place, with Kim Kirken rounding up the top five. The general classification looks like this. Kim Kirken is the new leader, but Cadel Evans is just 6 seconds behind and breathing down the neck of the Luxembourg rider. Stefan Schumacher, his mishap today means he's dropped down to third place. Van der Velde in fourth, with David Miller in position number 5. The king of the mountain competition at Sylvain Chavanel on top. He's the new leader ahead of Thomas Vogler. And in the points for the green jersey, Kim Kirken is on top. Thor Hushovd is relegated to second place. Cadel Evans is in 7th place ahead of Robbie McEwen, who's in 10th. I've never thought I'd ever see that.